Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Life of Kaiser. Now, I know that it has been a while, and I can honestly tell you that's because I really didn't know what I was going to be doing with this series. And one comment that I got on one of my last Life of Kaiser videos was, oh, I like this podcast style, right? Where it's just me talking to you, not really anything gigantic happening or anything like that. And, I was like, oh, I could do that. I mean, a podcast, probably give some good information or something like that. And I was really, really hard pressed to just be like, well, what topic should I breach? What should I talk about? What should the first episode be? What should this? What should that? And it really stumped me. Like it's not easy to just jump in to something like that and just be like, oh, I'm going to start this podcast, because I didn't really have an idea like, oh, I'm going to talk about the industry, or I'm going to talk about this, or I'm going to talk about that, which I can do. And let me know if there's actually like a podcast series or vlog series. I don't know what you want to call it nowadays, but it seems like all podcasts have video components to it now. But if there was a series that you would like me to talk about, that you think that I'm capable and qualified for, that would be interesting to you, I have done a lot, but I just don't exactly know what people would want, right? And so I don't want to sit here and try and cram stuff down your throat that I think is important, right? I'd much rather know if there is anything, or if I should just keep doing this where I talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm doing, how I'm moving, and what's happening for me, and possibly have some type of information that would be worth it, right? So, and for me, I think that that's what Life of Kaiser is going to be. Like, I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing where I literally just tell you what's kind of been going on week to week, and what I'm doing to try and build my ninja empire. Because I think that that's important, especially as someone who is a bit older and has done a lot of stuff, but is now finally focused on the project they want to do and how they can still make it grow, or if it's possible, do you guys want something from someone who is older? Should it all be from 20-year-olds and they establish that? I don't know, but I figured that this would be a good journey for people to see what I'm doing, how I'm struggling, how I'm not struggling, what has worked, what has not, and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do with Life of Kaiser. But if you think that there is some type of podcast that you think would be interesting, that I could have some good insight on, please just drop it in the comments below, and I would love to be able to talk to you guys, right? Absolutely love it. Okay, so a quick rundown of what's been going on since the last time we talked, which is I finished the art for issue 1 of Ninja Empire, and it is up on Kickstarter right now. Go check out the Kickstarter. It would be absolutely great if you would help me out with that. Would love to be able to continue this series. Like, I'm gonna do, it's one of those ones where I'm like, I think it's gonna happen anyway. Like, no matter what, even if I have to only run 20 issues, and I'm gonna, or not 20 issues, but like 20 copies, and I'm like, all right, I tried, people really didn't want it, I'm just gonna do this so I can take to conventions and stuff like that, then so be it. But I really do believe, from the responses that I got, that people want this. I need to get the word out. So even if you're like, oh, I don't have any money, that's perfectly fine. If you wouldn't mind just sharing it with some of your nerdy friends or ninja friends, or people who just like comics, please just help me out by promoting it that way. That would be the best, right? So that is one thing. But I finished the artwork for issue 1, and I'm very excited to get to issue 2 and 3, and I have a 6-issue arc for the first arc that eventually we can then combine into a trade paperback, which is going to blow my mind that I will actually have one. Like, that is huge for me, so I'm really looking forward to getting to issue 6 so that we can kind of round off our first arc. You can know just how badass the Black Dragon is, and some of the other players, because I know that I'm introducing someone new, a secondary plot, not in the first issue, but in the second one, a secondary plot that is absolutely important to the main plot. But so we actually are going to be following 2 main characters in this series, so hopefully you'll stick around and help me out with that. And I mean, I guess one of the biggest things that has happened that's kind of blown my mind at this point is the fact that I got nominated for a Glyph Comics Award. And, you know, that was off of issue 0, which was fun, but there's not a lot, it's all flats, right? And it's flat because we were doing the history, which I am going to continue within the series, but it's just, that one was all flat, and it was a introductory to everyone, right? It was a setup to the world. Get to know these people. Here are the important ones. This is, you know, start forming your opinions about people. And now with issue 1, we're starting the journey. But I got nominated for not only the fan award, but also best artist award for the Glyph Awards, which is absolutely bananas to me. I want to say thank you very much to the committee who thought that I was worthy of just getting the nomination. And we'll soon see if I win anything. But to be honest, just the award itself is still just, you know, mind-boggling to me that I actually got put on the ballot. And for me, that is an indication that I should be moving forward with this. And so that's why I am going to continue to push forward. I'm going to continue to do things like Watercolor Wednesday, which just happened yesterday, you know, and it's not done yet. But, you know, I'm trying to do new stuff, new styles, to find something that everyone would like, some aspect that people would like, something that I can push forward. And I'm really enjoying this process, right? And I think that's the main thing that I would love for you to take away from this video today. It's like, if there's something that you want to do, you should do it. Like, just try it. The worst that can happen is that it doesn't work. And then right now, it already isn't working, right? Because you're not doing it. But you don't want to live in that what if situation. Like, well, what if I would have tried? Well, try it and see what happens. I mean, I tried something previously, which was I made a trading card game by the name of Dark Legacy. It did really well when I was doing it independently. Then it got picked up by Upper Deck and it just got trashed. And there are reasons, and if you want to know what my opinion is on why it didn't work, you can just message me privately and I will gladly go over it again. I've talked about it extensively before, but you know, had I not sold it to a company that could actually distribute it around the world, I always would have been like, well, what if I would have done that? Could I be, you know, game designer supreme now, or could I have done this, or what, you know, whatever the case may be. But I wouldn't know unless I tried it, right? And so that for me is a big thing. Like, I found something that I'm willing to just invest and put time and effort and money and all that kind of stuff into to try and make it work. And if it doesn't work, well, then it didn't work and I can move on to something else. But there's no better time, especially now as an artist, to try and do that one thing that you want to do. So go do it. I mean, that's what my days have been spent doing for this past, you know, ever since we did our last video, was trying to get more and more stuff to make Ninja Empire something that people will remember. And, you know, things would start to come in. Like, I have this sword that was made from 3D, right? It was a 3D print of the sword done by Single Digit Studios. If you don't know Single Digit, man, go and check them out. They do phenomenal work. And they made the Black Dragon sword, and it is amazing. Like, I love this thing so much, and it instantly sparked like, ooh, I want to, maybe we can make toys. Maybe we can do foam cast toys of this, and you know, and we can move the idea of the merch further by doing something different. Like, how many independent artists do you know that would actually have foam swords for like cosplay and stuff like that, or real, you know, not real, but you know, cosplay swords and stuff like that? That's what I want to do. I want to change what's happening. I don't just want to put out a book and hope that people like it. I want to put out a book and then have figures and then have cosplay props and clothing and lunch boxes and stuff like that. Like, I want to do that. You know, I recently met Kevin Eastman at AwesomeCon, and you know, the idea that two people could come up with an idea that they're like, we need work, and they come up with an idea, and then they create the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it becomes this phenomenon that has happened over the past, you know, X amount of years. That's crazy. Like, that is so inspiring. It's what I want to do. And so that's what, like I said, that's what I've been doing this whole time, is just working on those pages, constantly working on the pages and pages and pages and pages to try and get the first issue done, so that this year I can finish 2 issues. Like, my goal is to finish 2 issues. And at least, well, I know for this year it's going to be 2. Maybe next year we can do 3, but this year it's definitely 2. And I want to be able to do that, and I'm excited to do that. And like I said, I don't know, outside of work, I go to work, come home, I want to do Ninja Empire. I go back to work and I do Ninja Empire. And, you know, I spend time with my kids and my family, and then it's like, ooh, I'm not doing anything right now. I don't play video games, right? Like, I don't go off and I play video games. I don't spend a lot of time watching movies. I'm like, oh, I'd much rather make something. So that's where I'm at. You know, I'm like, I just want to make this, and I want it to work, and I want it to work so bad. And I'm going to ask people things and, you know, annoy them and be like, hey, how did you do this? Where'd you go here? Help me here. Help me this. Like, I want this so badly to work, because ninjas are awesome, and I absolutely think that we should do that, right? Like, we should have more ninjas out there. And so I want to be the one who can bring that to us, back to us, to our. But one thing, I do know there was one thing that I did, or was going to do, that I haven't yet. And I was going to wait until the end of the semester, because I wanted to have issue 0 and 1 done. And that is, Viz Entertainment is actually looking for stories. Right now, mostly they want manga, but I figured with my ninjas, I might be able to get away with it. But I would be over the moon if Viz Entertainment was like, yes, we would love to publish your book, and we come to terms on how that's going to work. And then I can be like, oh, I'm a Viz Entertainment artist, right? Like, they're publishing my book. So be on the lookout for that when I start doing the submissions and stuff like that. But I will tell you about that later. But that's something that I didn't even know really was there until I started looking for my students about how they can publish and stuff like that. And I found that Viz Entertainment was looking. And so I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to be putting together that proposal, and that's what I'm doing. Right. So yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, as in short, what I've been doing: work, family, Ninja Empire. Or actually, it was family, work, Ninja Empire. So yeah, so we're going to continue this. Not going to try and keep them too long. Next time we shall probably have some more work, because I'm going to be really ramping that up, especially with the summer vacation coming up. So, you know, definitely be looking for more of what I've actually done in the future. But this was definitely to catch us all up, and most of it was Ninja Empire. So yeah. Thank you guys for coming back and checking out this video. If you have the opportunity, please check out that Kickstarter. It would be very, very helpful if you could support it. And if anything, just share it with some of your friends. And yeah, thank you so very much. And if you're new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every time I drop some new content, which, by the way, if you've been following my channel, you will see that there was a dip. We're going to be coming back. Is It Worth It's are coming. I'm doing this, and then I'm hoping to do some character design, like lore and storytelling stuff for this channel. So definitely hit the notification, go ahead and hit the subscription button and the notification bell so that you can get notified when I start dropping even more content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.